I'm making this video in an effort to prevent other people like you that may have an interest in getting a second passport from TDV Passports or TDV Global, anybody associated with Jeff Berwick. I have no competing businesses with him. I have no conflicting interest other than the fact that he stole $30,000 from me. I have no script. This is just some people asked me to post a video explaining my situation. I'll do it very briefly. Me, my wife, my brother, sister, and mother hired Jeff to get second passports. I had a natural attraction toward him because we believed the same things, and I was impressed with his writing and how he articulated his thoughts on his views of the world. And I thought he was someone that should be admired and for expressing those views the way he did and still does. However, he takes that when he knows he's creating the goodwill among other people of like minds, and he uses it. And he uses it to his advantage, which is not necessarily bad if he was doing what he said he was going to do, but he does not. He just takes your money, and he's a total scam artist and thief. We went to Paraguay. That's where we were getting our citizenship, our residency, then citizenship. Went through the process of all the documentations and all this stuff with a couple of his people down there that were semi-professional, on the verge of shady, so we were a little concerned from the get-go. And then afterwards, we got no response from his people down there. His associate, Chris Martin, stopped answering emails. After Jeff reassured me several times personally on the phone and through email, that all communication stopped. There was no other communication, and he had our money, and he did not care any longer. So that's really it in a nutshell. And if any of you are contemplating that, I would advise finding somebody that's an actual attorney or some type of really professional service other than Jeff Berwick. I have met him several times. He actually stayed at my house once, and I thought we were friends. Not friends, but acquainted enough to where I felt comfortable utilizing his service. And I was wrong. And so I hope that this message gets to some of you before you waste money on him, because it's a shame whenever you could utilize those funds to do something else. And there's really nothing you can do. It's $30,000 we lost, and it's a shame, but we're not going to go spend another $30,000 on attorneys in Mexico, another 30 to 50 grand on attorneys in the United States, try to get the State Department to extradite him here, and which is not going to happen. It would take years and years, and just a huge gamble. So it's just $30,000 gone because there's no recourse. It'd be different if he was in the United States. We could go after him, but since he's in another country, it makes it exponentially more difficult, and he knows that, and of course he uses that to his advantage. So the only thing we can do is just put out a warning, and I'm happy to answer anybody's calls. I get calls probably once every month or so about people asking me of my experience, because I posted it on Ripoff Report or whatever it is, those places you can post these type things online, trying to warn people, because getting a second passport is a very good idea, and I highly recommend people working toward that end, but just not through his service. It's a scam. So feel free to call me if you ever want to discuss it, or email me. It's super easy. Kevin_Schmidt@me.com, and my personal cell phone number is 318-402-1811. And I hope this warning reaches you well and saves you the headache and trouble that we experienced.